Ladies and gentlemen, fight fans all around the world, let's talk some boxing. You cannot go solely by a boxer's record. You know, sometimes you pull up a boxer on BoxRec and you believe, okay, I see, he's won so many fights, he's lost so many fights. You know, he's a bum. You can't really use the boxing records to determine the quality of a fighter. I'll give you an example. Kendall Holt, which you see in front of you right now, 34 fights, won 28 fights, has 16 knockouts, lost 6 fights, 4 by knockout, and has a knockout ratio of 47%. If looking at this information you say, well, he was an average fighter and he didn't really have knockout power, you would be absolutely wrong, because Kendall Holt was a guy that smashed everybody in junior welterweight. So I was listening to the Boxing Voice, and one of the people in the Boxing Voice was saying that Kendall Holt, he didn't have much punching power, and that was absolutely not true. But if you just go by his boxing record, it would seem to state that. But the truth of the matter is, if you watched his fights, you know Kendall Holt was known for his big, tremendous left hook. And in case you guys don't understand, let me show you some actual clips from the fights he was involved in. This is Kendall Holt versus Timothy Bradley. The resolution is not that great, but nonetheless, I want to show you it. This is Timothy Bradley here on the left. Kendall Holt is on the right. He's an orthodox fighter, boxer, excellent boxer. This is Kendall Holt on the right. In the gray and yellow trunks, Timothy Bradley is in the blue, the red, and the white trunks. As you can see, Timothy Bradley is very aggressive. He's coming in on Kendall Holt. Slipping Kendall Holt, coming on the inside, as Timothy Bradley only can. Staying on the outside, using head movement and his jab to get in. Kendall Holt staying on the outside and popping that jab on the outside, and then using head control to control. Did you see that? Did you see that? Kendall Holt clocked Timothy Bradley so hard, Timothy Bradley flew off the ground and off of his feet. Kendall Holt versus Julio Diaz. So you saw his left hook. Here it is again. Holt is backing up Diaz. Diaz clocks him with the left hook. Holt goes with a left hook to the body and a left hook to the head and just walks away because he knows what happened. And Diaz will not recover. Diaz is a very tough fighter. Kendall Holt versus Torres was a very exciting fight. Ricardo Torres had knocked out Kendall Holt in a couple fights before in the 11th round. Watch this. Left hook by Torres. Clocks Kendall Holt. Clocks Kendall Holt yet again. Torres was making quick work of Kendall Holt early in the fight. Caught him again with a beautiful left hook. Torres was trying to finish the show, and Holt knocked him out. So for the people who don't know about Kendall Holt and think that this 47 knockouts or 47% knockout ratio describes him, they obviously have not watched his fights. Kendall Holt had tremendous punching power for a junior welterweight. He was also very tall, rangy welterweight with a 74-inch reach. And this is what made him so dangerous, because he can catch you on the outside. And what really affected his ratio was actually his losses. He lost to a number of people. He was a boxer puncher. And even though Holt is no longer professionally having professional fights since 2013 when Lamont Peterson stopped him, and he didn't go down. He was on his feet when it was stopped. He's still sparring and he's still doing things in boxing. So once again, you can't just go off of boxing records, and that's why we say you must look at the styles of the fighters and you must actually look at their fights to see what they're about, to describe them properly, because the boxing records don't always truly tell the tale. Even though if you do really go into the boxing records in more detail, you may be able to pick up, okay, this guy knocked out this guy, he knocked out this guy. Wow. You know, because Kendall Holt knocked out David Diaz as well. A bit controversial. I think the ref stopped the fight a little too soon, but he did get David Diaz win as well. Okay? And you know Manny Pacquiao stopped David Diaz, and not many people stopped David Diaz because he was very skilled. So I thought I'd leave that with you guys, and as always, have a great day.